Hi everyone, I'm Rita Lavon and welcome to my channel at Love Build Share. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in, and if you haven't already subscribed, I ask that you click the red box in the right hand corner of your screen, and also don't forget to follow me on Instagram and on Facebook, and those two links are in the description box. And today's video is going to be a heart-to-heart video. These videos mean so much to me. They're just so near and dear to my heart because I'm sharing things that I believe in. I'm sharing things that I know, and that I just want to pass along. As you all know, the channel is at Love Build Share. So we're going to love each other, we're going to build a community, and we're going to share what we know. So with that being said, today I want to talk about positive images and positive videos that I have been noticing like more and more. And I'm speaking specifically on social media, especially when it comes to Instagram. So if you're not on Instagram, I would highly suggest creating an Instagram page and make sure you follow me under the same name. But I've noticed like positive images as far as like the black community. So because I'm a black person, because I'm a black woman, I have to talk about my community because it is so important to me. And as a black woman, I would consider myself to be on like, I'm gonna say like the wholesome side. I'm gonna say like the good girl side. I would describe myself as slightly modest. We all have different sides to us, of course, but I definitely would be described as those things. I'm also a very honest person, and I also believe in a particular order. I've said before in one of my videos that I believe in the term love, marriage, house, children. I believe that one of the purposes of life is for us to fall in love, to meet that person that is right for us. When you find that right person, to get married to that person. Those two things are kind of like, just general and things. When it comes to buying a house or having children, those two things are very separate because I know that some people don't believe in marriage and some people don't want to have children. So those two things can be, kind of up in the air. When you have all that together and when you truly get to build something with someone, it is so wonderful to be able to see those images now, especially for those people who may not have that in their own home. It's kind of like how there may be children who are being raised by people who don't live in a house, and they've lived in an apartment their whole life, and they have friends who live in a house, and maybe they go over their house and it's like, wow, I would love to have this. There are children whose parents aren't married and they've never seen a man or a woman love each other correctly. Maybe they've never seen, their parents together and actually be, cordial or, loving to each other. And to see these images, for me, it is just so heartwarming, and I think it's really important, especially for the black community, because far too often we as black people fall into the category of struggle love, and I think that it is so disheartening. It's just so negative, and we have to have a balance in life. There are so many things that we joke about in my community that I believe that we really should take serious. And I have found these communities on Instagram of married women making videos talking about just the things that we all should be doing, not just wives, but wives and husbands, as far as taking care of our families and taking care of ourselves. Because, as wives, it is very popular for people to say that, women put themselves second a lot because they're always putting their husbands and their children needs before their own, because so many people depend on the woman for so many things. So for me, it's just really wonderful to see that as a black woman, and to also see black women and black men living in different areas in large homes. And I know some of y'all are like, girl, what does it matter the size of the home? It does matter. And it matters because some people put black people into a box thinking that we all live in the same neighborhood. We all, are just one particular way. And it's beautiful to see black people living in a bigger home than I live in, seeing them have a humongous bedroom, seeing their, bathrooms and how big they are and the way that they decorate them. We have to remind ourselves that everybody didn't grow up the same. And even if you come from a two-parent household, maybe you came from a two-parent household where you lived in a small home. So when you see images of people living in bigger homes and have, I don't necessarily say nicer things, but just more luxury, I guess I'll say. If you're used to the bare minimum and you see luxury, it's like, oh wow, that's awesome. That's a possibility, because seeing is believing. So it's important to see people who look like you, who live differently than you. And it is just wonderful for me to see that even as an adult, because it's not just for children. It gives you something to look forward to, and it's a reminder that we all don't live the same and that you can have a particular life. I just absolutely love it. It just makes me smile. And as a wife and as a black woman, I just love seeing those images, and I want to continue seeing those images. It's really great to see the family aspect, to have the husband, the wife, the kids, the house, and living what some people dream of. That's important, and it's really important for me as a black person to see that, because you would be surprised the amount of black people who come from families who never see people get married, who never see people live in a house, who never see people buy new cars or have multiple cars, who never see a man and a woman or two people loving each other correctly, might I add, not just loving each other, but loving each other correctly, and seeing them interact. That's really important. And if you are someone who is looking for that type of thing, my suggestion would be to make sure that you are on Instagram and use hashtags to find them. If you want to be a stay-at-home wife, hashtag stay-at-home wife. Or if you want to be, stay-at-home, mom, what have you, hashtag that. See those images, hashtag family. Like, use whatever hashtags you can think of to try to find a community of people who fit into what you want your life to be. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be stay at home. It could, just be trying to find images of black people who are living positive lives, because we need to see that. Because, when you look at TV, so often they portray us as the bad person, or they don't put images of both two parents together in the home. There's just always some type of struggle that has to go with it, and not all of us live that way, so it's just really important to see things like that. And when you're looking for a community, if you can't find it where you live locally, you can find it on the internet, because you may not be able to find people in your area who are just like you. Or maybe, you are a teenager and you don't like your home life, and you dream of a better life, or you dream to see, a man treat a woman properly, a woman treat a man properly, and you want to see that. You can find that on the internet, and I guess the bad thing about the internet would be the same way that you can find the positive, you also can find the negative. So you have to weed through the things that you see and determine what it is that you want. We have to make sure that we're putting those positive images out there so that we have a balance of everything in life. Because so often we always see the bad when it comes to black people. And as a black person, I'm just so sick of it. I am on, how should I say? I'm on a journey as you all know, of course, with my natural hair and just in life in general. But I'm just on a journey to just be better and become better. You know, me having this natural hair isn't just about me having natural hair. You know, this wasn't something that I did on my own. This was God guiding me this way to be my true and authentic self. I may be one person, but there's so many different sides to me, as it is to all of us. And we need a community of people who can help us, who can guide us. Sometimes I don't think people also understand how there are a lot of people who don't have guidance. A lot of people. And they may go to the internet to find that guidance. And that's why we need positive images as well, because there could be someone going down the wrong path and, you know, they pull up whatever, you know, video on the internet of somebody doing something illegal, where have you, and they go down the same path. Like, being bad is not cute. It's not cute. Why would you want to be bad? Why wouldn't you want to be good? Why wouldn't you want to be a good example or a good role model? God wants us to be good. He wants us to make the right decision. He wants us to follow his direction. But continuously, we're doing what we want to do, or we're doing what the crowd is doing because that's what's popular. And that's not the way that it's supposed to be. I want to be good. I want to be a positive example. I want to be the person that someone looks up to and says, yes, I want to be like her. You know, she is a modest woman. She is a graceful woman. That's important. You know, you are supposed to lead by example. And I'm just so tired of seeing all of these bad this, bad that everywhere I go. And I am happy to be someone who is usually the complete opposite, and not out of a sense of, oh, I have to be different, but out of a sense of, it's just me. I'm good. And I'm excited about it, and I'm happy about it. And I hope that for those who know me in real life, know that that's exactly what I am as a person. And my hope is that it also comes out through these YouTube videos that I am creating, because I want to share this with the world. I want us all to be on the right path. I think I've said enough for now, even though there's so many different ways that I can take this. And while you are here, but before you go, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and share so I can get this message out into the world. And I'll see you all in my next video. Thank you.